The similar type of algorithm that is called as selection sort. I know that the algorithms are same, but the concept is word when you are facing an interview at that moment they ask you the question. I saw that in my last class someone asked me the question, sir, you are showing that how it is possible that the elements are stored in a sorted order but ascending order. What actually happens in case of descending order? You write the logic, condition you can change only, nothing else. Inside the nested loop, whatever the condition I used, you please change the condition only over. Then in that way you can design. Now I move to the selection sort. What actually happens in case of selection sort, I show you. Take an example. I entered 3 elements in the array. Check here. One is that is 15, another one is 18, another one is 16. This is the 0th index, this is the first index, this is the second index. Here what happens, that is here it is word, take an example, it is 19, it is 18, it is 16. How the task is possible? Here what happens, there is a minimum value or that is the smallest number that is taken by default, that is 0th index. I just take whatever the elements available in the 0th index, that is the smallest number it takes by default. Now what actually happens here, now first 19 is compared with that is 18. It is here what happens, the smallest element must be added first in the first position or in the 0th index. When 19 is compared with 18, 19 is greater than 18. So what actually happens? When 19 is greater than 18, at that moment the smallest value is not 0th index, but it is a first index. Move to first index. Then after that what happens? Then the first index is the smallest value. It is compared with that is the second index. When past index is the smallest value, past index is compared with the second index. When it is compared with the second index, now second index is the smallest value. When second index is the smallest value, at that time, now the 16th is swapped by the 0th index. 16th is what? Smallest number. Now in this array, what happens when the array is executed first time? I am using the nested loop same way. At that moment, what actually happens? The 16th is replaced, that is what placed, it is the smallest value. So it is placed in the past position. In the first position 19 is there. So 19 moved to this place because 16 occupy that area. Now 18 remain same. 16 already occupy the area. In bubble sort what happens? The biggest element first added in the last position. Here what happens? The smallest element swapped by the first position elements. So 16 comes here, 19 moves to this position. Now it is already in a sorted order. Now what happens? After that, when the loop continues another time, at that time the smallest number is that is 1. 1 is the smallest number. Now 1 compared with that is 2. When 1 is compared with 2, 1 is less than 2. When 1 is less than 2, no swapping is required. It is placed here. Now in this case, the second position is already resolved for 18. In this way, the tasks are done. See, this is called as Selection sort. Selection sort is this. Here, that is, it is some extent equivalent to bubble sort. You have to remember the concept. But the difference is that in case of bubble sort, the biggest element occupies the last position first. Here, the smallest element is replaced by the first, that is what position occupied by any number, it is replaced or swapped. In a bubble sort, inside the nested loop, I am using swapping algorithms. But in case of selection sort, in the outer loop, I am using what? That is swapping algorithms. Now check what actually happens in case of that is selection sort. This algorithm is called as selection sort. A small, that is the memory management I show you, then it is easier for you guys to understand this concept. So when you are a technical student, it is not a matter that you are a computer science student, you are a mechanical student. You are a technical student means you have to understand this concept because it is data structure, it is algorithm. You have to understand data structure part. Array is a data structure. Now, I just show you how the task is possible. Check, I just write here, notepad. That is a selection. Yeah, you see, dot Java. I just write here, selection dot Java. I write here, import Java dot util dot, that is a scanner. That is a public file. But I pass a class, that is a selection. Selection is the class. Public, here you see, that is static void main, which I pass a string args. We just enter into the main. I just write here scanner s is equal to new scanner, that is the anyway, that is a system dot in. I just pass it. What I can do here, that is a system dot out dot println. But I pass here. Enter. Here I write the size of the array. Enter the size of the array. Enter size is equal to s dot next int I pass. But I can do here int arr array. I am declare the array. Arr is equal to new int. What I pass here size. What is my next job? System dot out dot println. What I pass here. That is a slash n initialize array elements. I just write initialize the array element. For what I can do here, int I is equal to 0. That is I less than size I plus plus. Anyway, arr I is equal to s dot next int I pass you. That is anyway system dot out dot println. That is before sorting slash n. That is before sorting. Here you see before sorting array elements are. Array elements are. What I can do, I just write here for that is int r. Here I just write arr. That is the system dot out dot print. That is the r. Here you see one tab. I'm just using here. Anyway, I just pass. I already covered that is the for each loop. For each loop is basically used in case of array and collection too. That is find out the, that is what extract the elements from the array and extract the elements from the collection. You know that the array is a data structure that by default hold the elements in insertion order. So in which order I store the elements, in that way it is extracted. Now I just write here system.out.println. I just write here. What I can do /n. I am using that is it is what selection sort algorithm. Here you see algorithm that is to sort the elements. To sort the elements. Anyway, I just write here for int I is equal to 0. That is I less than arr dot length, that is minus 1. Whatever the length is, because the first element is resolved by the smallest element. So I write here arr length minus 1, then I plus plus. I write here I plus plus. Anyway, over. Int small is equal to what I pass here I. When the loop continue, I value is 0. So small position is 0th position. 0th position means first element is small. By default, I fix the first element. 0th index means first element as the, that is what, that is the first element is, that is what, first element is, that is what, smallest number. Now here you see, here I just write, that is after that for what I can do here, int j is equal to, that is I plus 1, j value is that. That is anyway, what is my next job? What I can do? Here you see, I just write here, that is here you check, that is what is my next job? I just write, that is j less than arr dot length, that is j plus plus. Anyway, I move here. I pass the condition. What are the condition I write? If arr, that is small, arr small is greater than arr, what's I pass here? That is j. If arr small is less than arrj, or is sorry, arr small is greater than arrj, what I pass here? Small is equal to, that is j. What is my next job? That is the end of the condition, end of the inner loop. Now I am in which area? I am in the outer loop. Check here. When I am in the outer loop, swapping never, that is, I am not use swapping in the nested loop, but I am using swapping in the outer loop. But in case of, that is called as, in case of bubble sort, I am using swapping in a nested loop. Here what happens? I am design swapping not in nested loop but in outer loop. Int temp is equal to, that is arr, that is small. Here you see, that is arr small. Arr small is equal to, what I can do here? arr I. Then arr I is equal to, what I write here? That is 10. Anyway, task is over. End of the outer loop, end of the main, end of the class. Over. So what I can do here? I'm just writing a simple code for, that is what, for insertion, that is what, a selection sort. Check here. I'm just explaining by a smallest example. Then you can develop the codes for biggest, that is what, for n number of elements you can add within it. Take an example. This is what the array. I have 3 elements within it. I entered here, that is 15, that is 11, that is 18. I just passed. Or this is word, I'm just writing here 14. Take an example. I'm using here 14. That is the first one is 15, second one is 11, third one is 14. 0, 1, 2. Now check here. When the loop starts, you know that from where the algorithm starts. Algorithm starts from here to, that is here. This is the algorithm I have to use. What I can do here, I value is 0, 0 less than ARR.length. What the length is? 3. 3 minus 1 is what? 2. It starts from 0 less than 2. Fine. Condition satisfied. Small is equal to I. Now small is equal to 0. I value is what? 0. Small is 0. For the first time, check here, the small is 0. What actually happens? J is equal to I plus 1. I value is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now J value starts from 1. 1 less than ARR.length 3. J less than 1 less than 3. Condition satisfied. Enter. If ARR small, small is 0. 15. 15 is greater than 11. Is the condition satisfied? Yes. Then small is equal to J. What the J value is? J value is what? Now J value is 1. Now small is 1. Here you see. It is first it is 0. Then now it is 1. Small is 1. J plus plus. J value is 2. 2 less than 3. Condition satisfied. ARR small. Small is now 1. When ARR 1, 11. E greater than ARR J. J value is 2. 2 is 14. E is 11 greater than 14. Now, my condition is not satisfied when 11 not greater than 14. So, now fine. Quit from inner block. Now, J plus plus. J is 2. That is, 3. 3 less than 3. Condition not satisfied. Quit from inner block. When it quit from inner block, int temp is equal to ARR small. Now ARR small is what? ARR small is small value is now what? That is 1. ARR small is ARR 1. ARR 1 is 11. Temp is equal to 11. ARR small, that is ARR small is ARR, that is I. What is the value of I is? Now I value is that is fine. ARR I value is whatever the value of ARR I is, that is assigned to what? Small. Now ARR I is equal to temp. ARR I value is what? 15. 15 assigned to here you see small, this one. Now ARR I is equal to temp. Temp value is what? 11. 11 is assigned to this. Now position is changed. It is swapped. It is 11, it is 15, it is what? 14. Now after that, I value increased to 1. 1 less than ARR.length, that is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 less than 2. Yes, condition satisfied. That is int small is equal to I. I value is what? 1. Now fine. Now small is 1. Here you see, here what happens? Now small value second time it is 1. Int J is equal to I plus 1. I value is what? 1 plus 1 is 2. J value is 2. 2 less than 3. Condition satisfied. If ARR small, ARR 1, this one. If ARR small 1 greater than ARR J, what is the value of J is? 2. Is it greater than, that is what? 15. Now it is 15. 15 greater than 14. Yes. 15 is greater than 14. When 15 greater than 14, small is equal to J. Now J, that is what? Small is what? 2. It is small is 2. Now after that, here what happens? End of the, that is J value is 3. 3 less than 3. Inner condition not satisfied. Move to outer. Int temp is equal to ARR small. ARR small is what? That is 2. Small is 2. That is 14. 14 is assigned to temp. ARR small. ARR small is ARR I. What is the value of I is? I value is 1. That is ARR I is that is 14. Now 14 is replaced here. ARR I is equal to temp. ARR I is equal to temp. 14. It is 15. Here you see. That is the way the tasks are done. ARR I value. ARR I value is 15. 15 is assigned to ARR small 2. This one. ARR I is equal to temp. Temp is already fixed by, that is what, 14. Temp is assigned here. Now 11, 14 and 15. Simple. When that is the, if the elements are just like this, I show you 3 elements are there, 15, 11, 14. Now it is the first job. It is swapped here, that is 11, it is 15, it is 14. In case of the first time, it is just like this. When the second time, it is already resolved, 11 is already resolved. So now the comparison done between 15 and 14. Now 15, 14 case what happens? It is 11 is resolved. Now 14 is swapped, resolved, and it is 15 over. That is the way the tasks are done. So this is called as selection sort. It find out the smallest number, insert it in the first position. And first position element swap to the, that is what the smallest element stored in which area, that area. Then second time when the matching is done, the second that is what the biggest number, that is what who is nearer to 11, that is 14, second element is stored. Second element is swapped by the second position occupying the area. Now it moved to the third position. That is the way the tasks are done. This is called as selection sort. See here what I can do. I just write the logic here. That is anyway. That is Java C. I just compile the code. Anyway, I just execute the. Enter the size of the array 7. That is 12, 23, 43. That is 27, 76, 11. Sorry, that is 19. Sorry, I'm not, that is what, so the elements, sorry, I have to show the elements. End of the outer loop, system.out.println, that is anyway / n, see the array elements after sorting. See the array elements after sorting. For int, that is r, here you just write arr, that is anyway system.out.print r plus, I just use one tab, anyway over system.out.println. What I write here, check here, I just compile the code, I just write Java selection. Enter the size of the array 5, 12, 34, 22, 27, 17. Is it right? That's the way the elements are stored. This is called as selection sort. Now, in this case, I also write the similar type of code, but I'm just doing swapping in outer loop, not inside the inner loop. Bubble sort case, I'm using swapping inside the inner loop.